So, how strong is the bond that you share with your mother?
My mom and I are really close. I consider my mom like probably my best friend.
Okay. How strong is the bond you share with your father?
My dad and I are really close, but definitely not as close as I mean, we probably are, but it's just like on a different level than my mom and I are.
How would you rate the bond between your parents?
I would say it's really strong. They're like a really good role model of what I want to have in a relationship someday.
Are there any negative attachments amongst your family members, or any people who are attached, but it's kind of a negative way?
I don't think so. My dad's side of the family is probably negative attachment, but we're not really that attached to them in the first place, so I would say not really.
Okay, so as you left college, how has your relationship with your family changed since moving out of the house?
My mom and I are still really close, but I've probably gotten closer to my oldest of my younger brothers since I moved away.
And why do you think that is that you guys have gotten closer since you've moved out?
I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm not there to like be in his face about things anymore, and I think he's just like maturing, so he's realizing that having an older sister isn't like the lamest thing in the world.
Has moving out of the house and away from home changed you in any way?
It's made me way more independent on like everyday life stuff, I guess. But I still definitely go to my parents for advice and help when I need them.
Okay. How are you establishing yourself as an adult?
I'm living out of the house now, so I'm like in charge of my own lease and stuff like that. And I'm starting to become independent with my finances. My parents will like help me out with certain things, but I'm definitely becoming more independent with that.
Okay. So would you say you are just kind of partially financially independent? You still kind of rely on some things from your parents?
Yeah.
What have you been doing to establish yourself in the community since moving away from home?
I guess getting a job in the community. I work on campus, and then last year I worked at the clinic, so I got to make some really good connections there. Okay. And then I also volunteer at the YWCA, and I have a family that I meet with every week, so I've kind of established myself like volunteer-wise.
Has moving changed what you value with friendship and others?
I guess not necessarily. Maybe it's made me more aware of like who my really good friends are and like how to stay in touch with people that really mean a lot to me, and like how not to stay in touch with the people that you're not as close with.
Okay. Were your parents supportive of you moving out, and how did they help your decision?
Yeah, they were really encouraging. They were really encouraging for all of us to go to college, and my mom went to school here, so she was really excited that I was going here, so that helped kind of ease the transition too.
Have you been happy so far with your decision to come to Mankato?
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about being at Mankato?
I love the friends that I've made, but I also love like the distance we are from the cities, because in Carroll we're not that close to anything like big, so it's really fun for me to be able to like go and do stuff at a short distance, but not be so close that I'm tempted to go do that stuff all the time.
Right. How has your family shown you support while you are away at school?
My mom and I talk all the time. We text every day and like call probably once every other day, and she's always really interested in what's going on, and she'll remind my brothers like when I have something big, and they'll text me like good luck or how did it go, so that's nice. And then they help support me through like finances and stuff for school too.
And how do you think your family will continue to develop and change as your younger brothers move out of the house?
I think it'll be really weird next year when Joe's the only kid in the house. I'll be weird for him and weird for my parents, but hopefully that will make Joe closer to Jack and I, like being at school. And it'll be really weird for my parents when they don't have anybody at home, because they've had kids for 21 years.
Right.
So
having that emptiness. All right, and that is all the questions I have for you for now.